road trip! And for this road trip, we're heading out into the wild, wild west with a first stop in Calico. And Butcher Joe is here again, once again. So let's see what kind of action's going on in this ghost town. Now, if you've never heard of Calico, it's a mining town out here in the California desert with a long and storied history. And it goes something like this.
Calico is a California mining ghost town located in the Mojave Desert region of San Bernardino County. In 1881, 4 prospectors traveled from Grapevine Station, now known as Barstow, to a peak located to the northeast, where they discovered silver and opened the Silver King mine, which produced most of California's silver in the 1880s. The mine was named after John C. King, who had grub-staked it. John C. King, who was the sheriff of San Bernardino County from 1879 to 1882, was also the uncle of Knott's Berry Farm founder, Walter Knott. As the town of Calico sprung up around the mining operations, it grew to include a post office, newspaper, hotels, school, general stores, a meat market, restaurants, brothels, and boarding houses. The town also had a deputy sheriff, constables, lawyers, doctors, and a justice of the peace. From 1883 to 1885, during the height of its silver production, Calico had 500 mines and 1,200 residents. After the discovery of the mineral culmenite in the Calico Mountains, the estimated population in the town grew to 3,500 by 1890, with residents from various countries, including China, Ireland, Greece, and France. But just like everything else in this world, all good things must come to an end at some point. The price of silver began falling after the Silver Purchase Act was enacted on July 14, 1890, dropping the price to 57 cents per troy ounce by 1896. Calico's mines then became economically unviable. The post office closed in 1896, and the school soon followed. By the turn of the century, Calico had become a ghost town, and many of its buildings were moved to other nearby towns. After building Ghost Town at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, Walter Knott took a road trip to Calico with his son Russell and Knott's Berry Farm art director, Paul von Kleben. The trip sparked the idea of restoring Calico as a real ghost town, prompting Walter Knott to purchase the town in 1951 from the Zenda mining company. Using information from old photos, his memory, and people who still lived in the area, Paul von Kleben restored existing structures and designed and replaced missing ones. Walter Knott spent $700,000 restoring Calico and designated longtime employee Freddie Calico Fred Noller as the town's official caretaker and greeter. In 1996, Walter Knott donated Calico to San Bernardino County, and the town became a county regional park, which the county still maintains and operates for visitors to this day.
Calico lives again. Under the auspices of Knott's Berry Farm, Buena Park, California, buildings shall be rebuilt on their original sites. Walter Knott is dedicating Calico Ghost Town to the memory of the heroic silver miners who lived and toiled here. The preservation of this singular California heritage is also dedicated to you, the visitor, as a constant source of learning and enjoyment. Please respect this historical property. Signed, Walter Knott. $86 million. That's a lot of silver. Now, because Calico is no longer an active mining town, there's a lot of little shops and attractions here in the town. And like any good town, there's a fire station. Of course, other than the buildings around here, there's not actually a whole lot to burn down out here in the desert. Still, good to have the fire department here just in case. Check out that Old West fire engine. My, how these things have changed over the years. I hear that nowadays they have Dalmatians on them. Progress. And over here they got the Calico Woodworks, a little shop with a bunch of wooden toys and games and signs and such. And over here we got Town Hall. Let's go see what's inside here. Well, inside Town Hall, they got a bunch of pictures of people associated with the town of Calico, including, of course, Mr. Walter Knott. Whoa, is that an actual picture of Geronimo? They've got a display case over here showcasing some of the local wildlife. They even got a little model of the whole town in here. Very cool. And they got a big old safe. I'm assuming that's where they used to keep the silver. Oh, and over here there's a piano. And, oh wait. Denied. And next door to Town Hall is Lane's General Merchandise, which allegedly has the best selection of ice cold drinks in town. Possibly the only selection. Whoa, check it out. They sell candy tobacco here. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. Oh, they sell candy and tobacco. I get it. Silly me. And next to the general store, they have the Calico Photo Studio, if you'd like to take home an old-timey photo souvenir.
Oh, check it out. It's a bust of Walter Knott, with a dedication plaque from the citizens of San Bernardino County, and a time capsule that was buried on this site in 1981. It's supposed to be opened in the year 2031, 150 years after Calico was born.
So we may have to make a trip back here in about 9 years when the capsule is opened. Got a little memorial here in honor of servicemen and women past, present, and future. And over here is Calico Print, the local print shop. Bear Paw Barney, I've been looking for that varmint. He made off with a lot of money. And Six Toes Smith, that no-good horse thief. Grr. If you happen to see or know where those criminals are, leave a comment down below and we'll contact the authorities. I think this guy's been printing for a little bit too long. He's dead, Jim. The printing press is still going, even if he's not. What the heck? Do you think there's a dermatologist, a dentist, or an optometrist in town? Because he could sure use one of each. Let's come inside here and see the way it used to be.
So if you notice here, there's a dentist drill that's connected to ropes that are connected to a wheel that's connected to a pedal. So he would pump the pedal and it would make the drill bit spin. So it was a foot-powered tooth drill.
That looks painful.
I bet it was.
Sorry, guy. Brush your teeth. And just in case things get too painful, this chair comes with shackles so you don't smack the dentist when he hits a nerve. And over here's the baking table, and that woman has baked some hard bread in her time. I'll tell you what. And that right there is a Chinese laundry machine. I wonder where you put the quarter. They got a wooden bathtub in here. You know, the real danger with a wooden bathtub is not slipping and falling and hitting your head. It's getting splinters in your butt. I'll tell you what. Oh look, it's a tiny little drugstore. I think this is considered a Walgreens Express. Got the sheriff's office over here. That's where those thieves will end up if we ever catch them. Please, let me out. So this is Polecat Pete's residence. I wonder if he knows Sad-Eyed Joe. You know, if you can't get the drugs you need at that little Walgreens Express, you can just cross the street and get them at the Diarrhea drugstore. Wait, what? Got a bunch of cool paintings in here. And an ancient roulette table. And a saloon. And a bunch of instruments of saloon defense. Just one? Let's see what this Zenda mining company is all about here. Oh, it's a little museum with a big rock. They got a bunch of tools of the trade in this little museum for climbing, digging, and hauling, and chewing. Champagne flavored chewing tobacco? That's when you know you got it good. All right, moving on. All right, next we're gonna check out the Calico Rock and Gift Shop. One of several gift shops here in Calico.
I hear this place rocks.
And of course, naturally, a bunch of rocks in here of all different varieties. You can get a geode here and cracked open. Got a bunch of knives in here. And if you're in the mood for a metal Ninja Turtle or a Predator, this is the spot. Oh, somebody dropped their pretzel. I guess it's not pretzel time. I think this popcorn cart needs to call AAA. They're in trouble. You hear that, creepy popcorn clown? You need to call AAA. You're stuck in the dirt.
Well, it looks like the blacksmith shop is closed.
That's okay. I don't ride a horse. I drove here in a car. Horseshoes not required. You know, if you're trouncing around Calico and you get a little bit hungry, I hear the old Miners Cafe has got some tasty vittles. Yippee! Gotta watch this first step. It's a doozy. You know, out there, somewhere, somehow, someplace, some cowboy is crying some tears because they lost their hat.
I hope it's not in his beers.
But we won't judge if it is. You know what we haven't done yet today? Go on a ride. Let's change that.
Let's do it.
And for that, we're going to take a ride on the Calico and Odessa Railroad, of which the elevation is 2,468 feet, apparently. Alright, so next we're going to check out some of the mines that Calico is so famous for. But not those ones. Those are way too small for us to fit in. Ow! Okay, for real though, we're going to check out the Maggie Mine. Oh, it's a good mine! Whoa, check out the cool bottle house. It's just like that one at Knott's Berry Farm, but I think this one has a lot more bottles. And it says Calico on the outside. If this is the other side, how can this also be the other side? Mysteries abound in Calico. Check it out. UPS just dropped off an Amazon package. Virginia City in Nevada. I didn't hear any bells just now, but I think we're gonna stay clear anyways. good.
unusual wooden pipes in the background. They carried water to various parts of the mine and throughout the town. Wooden pipes were all that could be used because of the high mineral content of the water. Metal pipes would decay much too quickly if used in a mining town like Calico. When you're through enjoying this part of the Maggie Mine, just retrace your steps to the main drip and then turn right around the corner. Continue down the tunnel to our famous glory hole. Watch your head and be sure to keep an eye out for silver nuggets along the way.
Keep my eye out for silver nuggets? Do we get to keep them? Yippee. Gotta be honest, this reminds me a little bit of some of the dungeons in Skyrim. I feel like I should have a bow and arrow or something. Oh, so in hard rock mining, you don't need these wooden support beams because the rock is just not gonna cave in. That's some hard rock. All right, continuing on. In this dark and dank cavern, this is actually kind of nice. It's hot and dusty outside. A lot of shade in here. A lot of shade. So, this is the glory hole, huh? It held an entirely different meaning in the 1800s. Well, that miner is having a windfall day, and I'm not talking about the mining. He's got a lot of coins and dollar bills in his little cup there, and all over the floor. Get them ducats, Jethro. Get them ducats. Because you know you're gonna need to pay for Cletus's eye surgery. Poor guy, laid up in bed, can only see out of one eye. Buck up, little camper. It gets better. Continuing on. Through the dank, dark, Skyrim-like tunnels. What do we have here? Is that Freddy Krueger up there?
Big bed, Joe.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's Jimmy Krueger.
Oh, it's Jimmy Krueger. He attacks you when you're awake. Hello, kitties. Oh, Joe's stuck. Oh, he made it out. Good job. Now it's time. Just... Oh goodness, this is cramped. And we made it.
Not gonna lie, these old wooden pipes are probably the most fascinating thing I saw the whole time I was here. That's just incredible how we did it, but it makes sense. It's like a barrel. With a really long, small barrel.
Wooden pipes. Never knew that existed. And with that, it's about time for us to head on out. Thank you so much for joining us for a little jaunt through the Calico Ghost Town here out in the California desert. But stay tuned. There's 2 more days on the Let's Go to the Park Wild West road trip. So keep it right here. Till next time, see you later.